Hey folks, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay, and iPhone XR is almost here. And the reason I posted this video, this is for T-Mobile customers. If you are a T-Mobile customer, now I plan on obviously buying the unlocked version, but I wanted to show some love to T-Mobile customers because that is the carrier that I use. So if you didn't know, the XR is now officially listed on T-Mobile's website. And the reason you're probably saying, oh Jay, why are you saying this? Here's why. They've listed all colors for sale and all memory options. Now, the great part about this is product red is available right away. So you've got the red, the black, the blue, the white, the yellow, and the coral. All of them are going to be available in 64, 128, and 256. Now, the great part about this is we finally get to order. I'm obviously going with the product red. Initially, I was going to get the 256 gig, but I don't know, man. I might just get a 64 gig because I plan on using it as a daily driver, but I'm just going to have music on it, you know what I'm saying? And I'll do text and emails with it. But I don't know that I'll do a lot of 4K 60 FPS recording. I'll decide whenever I get ready to pull that trigger. Nonetheless, the one that I plan on getting is product red because I think that is the best of them all. Not to say that the other colors look bad. I just think the product red is the way to go. The black front, the red back. And if for some reason I get in there and they sell out really fast, I'm just gonna go basic black or white. I don't really feel the coral, especially the yellow is not for me. The blue is blue is one of my favorite colors too. It actually is my favorite color, but I don't know that I can roll with a blue phone, that color blue that they're offering on the iPhone. So the XR has gotten a lot of criticism from people, and it's just now coming to launch. It's hard to believe that a month and a half or a month has passed by and we're finally getting a chance to order. So to me, the XR is the way to go. If you were considering any iPhone, especially if you have anything like a 8 Plus on down, you should be considering the XR. And I'm not telling you what to purchase, but this phone to me, according to what Apple says, is direct replacement for those phones, because the XS Max and the XS, they're probably going to change the next rotation. So there'll be something different about those. Hopefully Apple will find a way to do a fingerprint in the screen, or at least put it in the Apple logo on the back. I personally would like to have it on the back of the phone in the Apple logo. I think that would be so tight. But that's just me. Some of you guys might not agree with that, but I think the Apple logo is where the fingerprint reader should be for those of us that still want a fingerprint reader. Now, I know you're gonna say, well, Jay, that's not the future of Apple. Forget about it, get over it, they're not doing that. We don't know what Apple's gonna do. We have no idea what's gonna happen because we can't predict anything that's gonna happen. People say things all the time and then they change their mind. I'm one of them. I've changed my mind a bunch of times about things. But I don't think Apple, like if things start to flop, like the XS is just not selling as well as the XR. The XS Max. Now the XR obviously is going to, if the XR doesn't sell very well, I will be shocked. I mean, it's got a bigger screen than the XS and the 10, and you get all the features of the XS and XS Max pretty much minus a camera. You know what I'm saying? You should get really good battery life. There's just a lot going on here, and you get all the functionality of iOS 12 at a much lower cost for an Apple phone. So this XR is definitely going to be the phone to replace your 8 Plus with. A lot of people jump from the 8 Plus to the XS Max, and I think a lot of people probably did that because the XR wasn't available. I think if people were given the option to buy the XR at jump, they probably would not have moved to the Max. Now the Max isn't bad, don't get me wrong, it's a great phone. However, a realistic approach as far as what Apple is saying, they are replacing the 7 Plus, the 8 Plus, the 8. All of those phones are getting replaced by the XR. The XR is actually the new iPhone, and is the iPhone to pay attention to. All the naysayers out there who just had so many bad things to say about the XR at the jump, they're probably going to eat their words. Everybody, oh, the screen's going to be horrible. I don't see any bad screens on iPhones, technically. The first generations were, but even down to the iPhone SE, that phone looks good, man. I mean, it's got the same pixel count as the XR. And a lot of people feel like, oh, the XR's got a low pixel count. When did 326 pixels per inch become bad? I mean, who's counting pixels like that? So I'm pretty happy for you T-Mobile customers. I'm a T-Mobile customer, but I try to always buy unlocked, so I don't want to be attached down, locked down for nothing. I want my bill to be my bill, straight up. But for those that do finance phones, T-Mobile's gonna have the red, the black, the white, the blue, the yellow, the coral, the 64, the 128, the 256. And here's another thing that makes the 10R appealing to people. The 128 gig. I mean, this is something that should be available on the more expensive iPhones. Why isn't there a 128 gig? Why? Because they know people will buy that instead of the 256. The 256 is, I'm getting ready to take your money because I know a lot of you don't want to live with 64. Like, consider this now. Why is Apple still making a 64 gig iPhone and charging $1,000 for it? There's absolutely no reason for that. And the 10s Max is $1,100 for 64 gigs. Come on, Apple. You're just being greedy. Like, there's no reason for this. The 10R is the logical choice. And now, even though, listen, I'm not saying that the 10R is a fantastically just is spec'd out and price matches everything. No, I'm not saying that at all. But if you like an iPhone, the 10R to me is the logical choice. I said this in another video, and I stand firm on that, man. I just feel like the 10R is the more logical choice because you're getting all the functionality of iOS 12. You still get a big screen, you get a compact size, you get the new processor, you get all the new internals, and you get the same functionality of the camera minus one of the cameras. You don't get a telephoto lens, but they still pack everything into both of the cameras. You still get the emojis, you get all of that. Why wouldn't you get that? Well, it's because you want a really big screen. And the 10s Max isn't that much bigger than the 10R, but it's much bigger than the 10 and the 10s and every other iPhone out there. So it's exciting to know that they are finally releasing this phone, and you will see an unboxing and review of this phone on my channel. I've made it very clear, and I'm sticking true to that. So on launch day, I will be ordering mine. It's, again, right now it's listed as coming soon, all colors, all memory options. Now that could possibly change. I don't know. Don't take this as though I'm saying this is a final thing. But normally when T-Mobile puts something on their website, they're telling you in advance, here's what we're selling and here's what you can buy. So it's your man Jay. What do you guys think about the 10R getting closer and closer to the release date? Are you excited? Are you ready to order? Tell me in the comments what color you are buying. And be sure to share this video with all your friends and family so we can see what they're like, the colors they're gonna go with. You know, I know a lot of the ladies probably are gonna buy coral or, you know, something like that. And the red is, you know, could be considered, you know, a lot of women might like that. Personally, like I said before, product red for me, no other color I'm really interested in. But if you see another color like a black or a white, it just means that I couldn't get my hand on the buy button fast enough. So it's your man Jay. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Be sure to leave a comment like I said before, and I'll see you. Take care.